at 125 pounds to begin this duel. On the Iowa depth chart, it was between Peterson and Joey Cruz. The Hawkeyes electing to go with the hometown kid to start things off. We are underway here from Louisville. Settle back and enjoy. Pat Smith alongside Luke Westpoli with you. Rest of our great crew on hand for what's going to be a truly terrific night here from Louisville.
These guys aren't holding back. They're already getting out, hand fighting hard. Already lost a headgear.
And Peterson opens the scoring for the Hawkeyes with the takedown. Out of bounds, they'll head back to the center.
Caution start. Might have jumped the whistle a little bit there.
Peterson will not let Parker free. Veteran wrestler for the Knights, trying to work from underneath. The redshirt junior.
Nice. Put him in danger. He's got a crowd with his hips there. Oh, great hip movement by Jack right there. Continuing to wrestle through the position. Especially what you'll see in college wrestling here is we're going to get to one position, comes up to the feet, good mat return, but it's more about the continuation. The second, third, fourth, fifth move is really where the action happens.
So back to neutral. Parker with the home crowd behind him, looking to attack.
You know, you gotta like what Parker's doing right there. He's the one that's come out and taken a couple aggressive shots, and sometimes maybe against a higher ranked opponent, guys hold back. But you got to give it to Parker. He's been attacking. He's out there. He's done 3 shots to 1 right now. He's going out and testing himself.
Peterson still working from up top, leading 6-1. And out of bounds again with a minute left in the first period. Peterson, 3-time undefeated state champ out of Rockwell, Iowa. Won by a forfeit against Stanford in the last match for the Hawkeyes. This is his first true chance out on the mat this season. Parker will work free to neutral again, trailing 6-2 late in the first.
End of period scores can really kind of change the tempo of the match and see what happens.
3 more for Peterson. Just plodding away, 3 takedowns in the opening period to take a commanding 9-2 lead. Time winding down on period 1, and Peterson will ride this one out to the horn. End of the first, 9-2 for Cale Peterson in his season debut. First turn for Parker to work from up top.
Whoa,
and he gets
Parker
reversed,
comes
but look
front.
out.
He was going big on that one. They call that the cement mixer. But you gotta like the attitude, not holding back, going for something. Definitely got the crowd up on its feet.
Certainly. But to set the tone early in this match.
we're seeing really good defense from Peterson. Really stingy.
They'll take 3 more, and that will send the wrestlers out of bounds. Officials are going to come to the scores table here. I believe a point was miscounted. There was an escape that should have been credited at the beginning of this period to Peterson, and I believe was credited to Jack Parker. So it'll be a 13-2 score. So we get a brief stoppage. So got it squared away. 13-2 again, the score with Cale Peterson ahead as we got to the stoppage. And minute 51 of riding time for Peterson, starting to inch closer to securing that. So Peterson will let Parker escape. Inching towards Tech Fall territory for the redshirt freshman. Defends. .41 seconds remaining in period 2. 13-3, Peterson in front. He's got the right leg.
Yep, that's the same shot we saw him score with in the beginning of the first period as well. It's kind of like what we call a knee pull. Looks like a high crotch, but runs the corner into a single.
And got the takedown for 3 more.
Yeah, really clean finish, securing the one leg and then going to work up to the second one, driving him all the way down. Parker's still working up every time, fighting, you know. Guy bounces up like that, it makes it tough. Guys don't want to ride him. They let him go. They'd rather wrestle on their feet in that position.
Brings us to the end of the second. 16-4 our score. Cale Peterson leading Jack Parker. As we go to the third, Peterson needing one more takedown to start with a tech for the Hawkeyes.
He's going to go for the optional start.
Again, Peterson will release Parker to his feet. Attacking left leg.
Yeah, that one more of a sweep single. He goes to that limp arm to kind of get rid of that whizzer from Parker and able to attack that other leg.
Kept him in bounds. 19-5. Some heavy offense put together by Peterson, who's 1 point shy of the Tech Fall as they go out of bounds. Peterson had 1 Tech Fall win last year against Justin Bradford of Indian Hills Community College. This could be his first career Tech Fall against a D1 opponent.
Yeah. For Parker to think about the situation here, he needs to get the ties and slow it down. But he's going big. Trying to make it happen.
Look out. Peterson in control. Trying to finish the job, but Parker does wrestle free. Avoids the fall, but coming in on the road, Cale Peterson. Winner by Tech Fall to open the match at 125.
Saw a lot of great action in that match, a lot of points scored.
So bonus points to begin for the Hawkeyes. And a handshake for Cale Peterson, who will head off with a win to put Iowa in front after one match at 125. So coming up next at 133, it'll be Trace Ekman of Bellarmine against Drake Ayala, the number 6 wrestler in the country, at 133 for the Hawkeyes. To begin.
Yeah, one of the big things they're doing is actually Danny Wimmer Presents is giving away a free ticket after every match to one of their festivals. They put on large music festivals all over the country, rock, and they put on what was voted the best music festival of the year in the Bourbon Beyond Festival just a couple months ago. So pretty big night for the fans as well, which is pretty cool.
There's Trace Ekman.
You can feel the heat from the pyros coming out.
Again. Diving right in at 133, Ekman versus Ayala in match number 2 on the night.
Like I said, high pace right away. They came at each other, and Ayala's already in on his knee pull single. Trying to finish with that leg shelved there. He goes head hunting. Now he's going to chase, stay low. Safe finish with the back trip, secure the other leg. Notice he's keeping that shoulder behind the butt. He's trying to get there to break him down. Flat, but Trace right back up. Again, very similar to Jack Parker. These guys aren't going to sit down for the number 2 team in the country.
Ayala hoping to get back to it after an upset loss in the Stanford duel against Tyler Knox of the Cardinal. 1-1 on the season. Tech fall Damian Elliott of Oregon State in the Hawkeyes season opener in Corvallis.
A single leg right there, and notice one thing he's doing is he's shelving it right away. He's not allowing Ekman to bat, and that kind of eliminates a lot of his opportunity.
So 6-1, Ayala in control early on. Ayala 27-5 last year. Lost to Richard Figueroa of Arizona State in the national championship. That was when he was wrestling at 125. He's back to
nice
133.
Standing switch.
Oh, back to the attack.
It's good. He's stuffing the head, but Ayala's really stingy with those single leg finishes. Again, look, he's looking to shelf it on that opposite hip, and that's really making it hard for Ekman to do any kind of scramble right now. He's controlling the one leg really well.
Ayala gains control for 3 more. Ayala just drilling here in the first period.
Oh, he's got the bar and wrist hooked up. He's going to try to work and tilt this guy up just kind of almost like a gut wrench in Greco or freestyle.
He's got to hurry here.
Short time.
And can't get it before the end of the period. So Ayala leads 9-2 after the first, but Ekman avoids what could have been a finishing blow there at the end of the period.
Yeah, it looked close to a 2 count, but I think what the official saw was he came back past 90 and then he went back. So it was actually 2 1 counts on that, I think was the official call, which adds to no points. Ekman trying to jump the whistle a little bit, get a little advantage to get out of there. You get 3 of them, so.
Might as well try. Sure, there's a lot of energy going through these night wrestlers right now, too.
No doubt. I mean, as a high-level wrestler, you want the opportunity to compete against the best guys and see where you're at. These guys have been training hard. You know, as all Division I wrestlers, all wrestlers know, it's not an easy sport. It's you know, one of the hardest sports out there to train for. These guys are blood, sweat, and tears, and excited for the opportunity to be able to test themselves in front of their home crowd. These guys are, you know, they know they're bought in. They're bought in on building a foundation of wrestling here in Kentucky, and are excited to be the representative for that.
And you wrestled at this level. Does it feel any different when you're wrestling at the Opens and they cram all the mats into one room and maybe there's not as much atmosphere, and now you're home for your first duel and there's a couple thousand people in here and all the eyes are directly down at the center of the mat. Does that feel different getting that experience for the first time?
Yeah, it's different. It's different for sure because it's. I mean, obviously you get to be out in front of the crowd. It's just you. There's a lot more energy in there, and the team dynamic. Like the dual meet is what really sets college wrestling apart, right? And it's really one of the better products that's about that college wrestling can really offer because it has that team aspect. You look at all the other major sports and like why March Madness is so great, because everybody has a college affiliation. They can follow the game, they can follow the team, and so it gives people an affinity towards it. It's easy to follow, and it's a great product for wrestling. It's the dual meet. So really great scramble here by Ekman. You see him passing the leg. He's trying to, high head's going to win in these positions, right? So you see Ayala trying to, if he can get the weight on that foot and go forward, we might see a takedown, but Ayala's going to hold on pretty tight right here. Look, there's still time. He's hyperextending his knee a little bit right there. It makes it tough to come up. What he needed to do was get his foot flat and put all his weight right on that front foot, and he would have had a better shot. But he did a great job coming up, getting his head high, and coming out the back door on that. Sometimes when you stop a really high-level wrestler, it makes him think a little bit next time he wants to do that. Like, you got to put the fight up, show him like, hey, I'm here to wrestle. I'm looking to score points too. I'm going to threaten him.
Very least, Ekman injecting some life into Knights Hall here at the end of the second.
Coach Netchuk encouraging Ekman to keep the pace up and go after his ties. Try to get to his next score. You're in a situation like this, you're down 9-3. You got to be thinking about how you're going to get the next score. That's the most important thing. One score leads to the next score. You can't be thinking about 6 points right now. You got to be thinking about how am I going to win the next position? How am I going to win the next score? Right here, you see him getting weight on his hands, pushing forward, trying to break him down. Riding tough. Making him work, yeah. Top and bottom is such a mental game. It's a stubborn thing, right? It's more a decision, who wants to get out, who's going to be stubborn.
Ekman staying in control for now. He'll head out of bounds. It's in green. Started here.
Center official calls for a clasping call. I personally didn't see it, but that'd be a 1-point violation.
And now Ayala need to go back to the attack. It's about 30 seconds away from securing the riding time point.
Yeah, notice Ayala when he gets to the leg and he's going right to the finish, he's scoring every time, right? If he pauses, and it's a good point to young wrestlers out there and everything, is you pause, you give a guy the opportunity to scramble and count. You should be shooting to finish, not shoot leg. There we go. Nice movement on bottom by Ekman. Be big if he could get a reversal right here.
Time winding, and they head out of bounds. Ekman was close to the reversal, but he'll head back to the center.
He's hit that standing switch a couple times. You'll notice he'll fake one way, gets Ayala turning towards him, then cut back the other way and hit that standing switch. All right.
Jump the gun, he gets caution.
You get 3.
Ayala will take the release.
You know, one score saves a major right here. Beckman can somehow get in on a takedown.
He's going to run out of time, but Ekman fought hard and brought some energy to this crowd. Drake Ayala, though, the defending NCAA runner-up, takes care of business at 133. Major decision, 14-6 to lift the Iowa lead to 9-0. We'll be back with 141 coming up after this from Knights Hall. University of Kentucky, who at the time was a Division I wrestling program. It was a win for the Hawkeyes, but it's been almost a half century since Iowa's last wrestled a duel in this state. And taking care of business early on.
That might have been in the early years when Gable started coaching. Gable won his gold medal in 1972. Now he's back here with presented the Louisville Slugger bat and everything.
I believe that was year 2 for Gable as head coach with the Hawkeyes. As we get started, and Ryder Block is getting after it here to begin. And again, Pat, despite a lot of high-ranked wrestlers coming in, there are a couple of younger guys mixed in for Coach Brands, and this is one of them looking to establish a spot at 141.
Yeah, absolutely. And this can be like, I mean, for these guys I mean, for all these Division I programs, all these guys, they know when they get an opportunity that they need to put on a show, because it's highly competitive at every single one of these Division I programs. There's only so many, and there's a lot of great wrestlers out there, and these guys know when they get an opportunity, they gotta try to make the most of it. Same here. We got a young guy with Mayora from Bellarmine as well. Big opportunity for him to come out, wrestle hard, show his fight.
Block 1-1 on the season at 141. It's recently an 11-6 loss to Aiden Valencia of Stanford. Even Mayor started the year for Bellarmine at 149, down a class here at 141. Block leading 9-2 early on. Has been on the attack with some quick pace.
Yeah, a lot of the Iowa wrestlers are doing a really good job getting their attacks and finishing quick. They're not stopping, like we said, to the leg, and Block's doing a great job of really staying tight on top, being tough. He's long, you'll notice too, so these guys can be really tough to get away from at times. Works that claw ride and comes underneath.
Got caution for stalling, and now they'll be brought back to their feet. So that gives a point to Mayora. Block 159-1 career record at Waverly Shell Rock High School. Redshirted last season.
Yeah, you hear Coach Shuck saying you got to drive into him. He's got to get weight on this foot right here. You don't want to pull back. Give yourself a shot. Now if he can get his head underneath here, go up. Again, like we said, in a lot of these scramble positions, high head is going to win. One of those Blocks going to have the advantage right now. His head's higher. He's able to wrestle.
Block will get 3 more on the takedown, 12-3 as we hit the end of the first period. End of the first, and Ryder Block got going right away, Pat, with that takedown as soon as the whistle sounded, and really controlled in that first period.
Yeah, we talk about really good times to score, right? One of the best times to score is right off the whistle, right? other great times to score, and we've seen it in this duel over and over again, is right after somebody scores, you know. Escaping the action, or whatever. One guy thinks, oh, we're going to take a little break, and it could be an opportunity to catch that guy.
Mayor attacks the leg, block brings him back to his feet.
Good attack. Mayora's still coming. Working up to that underhook. If he can circle to that underhook a little bit more and control that other side, he's going to be in a little better spot. See Mayora putting a lot of weight on it right now, and he's getting that elbow down. That makes it a tough spot. Oh, inside trip attempt. You gotta like it when they bring their hips close, because you know something's going to happen.
Mayora back up to his feet. Ned Shuck said first time Mayor's wrestling at 141 since middle school.
Oh, we gotta come up quick.
He's got the left leg. Block just suffocating him on top, and back to neutral.
Good down blocks by Mayora. To work to close the period out on top.
20 seconds remaining.
Yep.
They head out of bounds. And Chuck encouraging Mayor to stay loose as they head back to the middle. And that's 3 to pick up the tech fall just before the expiration of period 2. Ryder Block with some redemption, his first career technical fall, and he takes down David Mayora at 141 pounds. Through 3 bouts from Louisville, 14-0, Hawkeyes on top. And Kyle Parko, the #2 wrestler in the country at this class. And this will be a huge challenge, Pat, for one of the top guys on this Bellarmine roster in Zach Cowan.
Yeah, had a couple ranked wins last year in SoCon duels, and probably one of their favorites to qualify for the national tournament and make some noise in the Southern Conference this year. Great test for Zach. Been working super hard, continually improving too. It's been fun watching him grow since Ned's gotten here at Bellarmine. But Parko, obviously very proven, you know.
As good as they come. Nationally ranked match against #12 Jaden Abbas of Stanford last time out. He shut him out in a 15-0 tech fall win.
That's huge, because you know, Abbas is no joke, right?
4-time All-American.
Parko brought in through the portal, started at Fresno State, most recently at Arizona State. 3-time Pac-12 champion, 4-time All-American. Heading to the Midwest in Iowa, Cowan.
Good job getting weight back on that underhook, you know. Parko's doing a good job of transitioning from tie to tie right there. That's some good chain wrestling. You notice single leg up to underhook. Cowan wrestled really well and got his weight on there, but there's another opening, and he hit that arm drag, hit the angle on the opposite side.
So Parko opens the scoring.
You see Parko riding that back ankle. It makes it tough. Yep, Cowan needs to bump back into him. Now he's got his hips underneath him. Now he can start to work up. But again, Parko changing sides. Kind of similar to what he was doing on his feet. You know, you hit one attack, it's going to force a reaction, then there's going to be another one ahead of the best wrestlers are kind of playing the chess game one step ahead of the guy every single time.
Parko 40-2 in dual matches in his career.
This year, Cowan making the SoCon All-Conference preseason team.
Zach Cowan, an all-conference guy for Bellarmine, like you said, finally able to participate in the postseason. This is a guy that the Knights feel could maybe be one of the ones to make some noise, and he gets free here.
Yeah. Overall great leader on the team. Kind of the guy you want to build your team around.
3 on the takedown for Parko.
Cowan scored just the second point against Parko all season with that escape. It's going to be 6-1 at the end of the first as time runs out.
And at the end of period number 1, a 6-1 lead for Kyle Parko for Iowa.
Against wrestlers that are this dominant, do you want to change your approach at all, or are you approaching this, if you're Zach Cowan, the same as maybe somebody you'll see in the SoCon later on?
I mean, at this point in the season, really, like, Zach should be going out trying to get data points, measuring himself. Like, you don't want to hold back. You know, you're going out there, you're trying to win the next position, trying to win the next point, and see where you're at, really, you know. Especially here with the home fans and everything. They came to see your action, they came to see scores. And I think that's what one, I know, you know, Bellarmine Wrestling's all about, and that's what Ned's preaching. Because that's how you learn.
Another takedown for Parko.
Yeah, one thing Parko's doing a really good job is when he gets that underhook, he's bringing his body to the attack every single time. He's not hesitating, where it gives Cowan a chance to get weight on it, take it away from him, get to his position. When he gets to a position, he's owning it, and he's going to attack right away.
Little showmanship from Parko.
Yeah. See how Cowan responds.
And straight out of Hamilton, snowball on Cowan.
Parko gets to the right leg. Doesn't have control of the left yet. Now he's going to try to sweep it out, and there's 3 more.
3 on the board for Parko.
Time running out, and end of 2.
At the end of period number 2 of 15.
Parko with an 11-point advantage at 149.
Parko goes down to start our final frame.
Cowan with a good mat return right there. He's over the top of that arm. It's a tough spot to be in. Gets caught, pulling back. A lot of times on top, you don't really want to pull a guy on top of you. We're still wrestling through this position here, though.
With that score, that will bring A tech ball win for Kyle Parko, the Arizona State transfer who stays perfect in his Hawkeye career. And more bonus points at 149 for Iowa. We'll be back with 157. Plenty of fun here tonight in Louisville. Hawkeyes up 14-0 from Knights Hall.
Yeah, big thing that's going on with, all sports right now with the entrance of the NIL. We see a lot of transfers going on, and big names are wrestling in different singlets. Everybody's trying to win a national title. Nice little knee pull shot by Gray. He's ready to wrestle, but
Teamer ends that threat quickly, and look out. Teamer finishes it off in 24 seconds. Ja'Cory Teamer, winner by pinfall at 157.
Ja'Cory Teamer, ranked number 1 in the country from Iowa.
The nation's 4th best wrestler at 157 extinguishes that threat pretty quick. We're back for more at 165 coming up next. The way the first pin of the season for the Hawkeyes from Ja'Cory Teamer. And a flashy one at that, 24 seconds into the match at 157. Winner by fall over Bellarmine's Gray Ortis. So we make our way to the back half of this event. Still all Iowa here, 25-0 for the Hawkeyes. Full bonus points for Coach Brand so far. Starting to get to the big boys, Pat, as we move up to 165. And another top 5 wrestler in Michael Caliendo featured on the mat here in this weight class.
yeah, Caliendo started his career up at NDSU. Originally transferred to Iowa a couple years ago. Man, he has really solidified himself at the 165-pound weight class. Last week had a little bit of a start of a barn burner with Hunter Garvin from Stanford. Started out down pretty substantially, ended up coming back and scoring a lot of points, and pretty cool matchup.
17-12 winner over the number 7 wrestler in the country at 165. Another local product in Cole Nance, featured by Ned Shuck's group. But again, these fast starts for Iowa permeated throughout this match.
Yeah, it was a nice boot scoop, very Lincoln McElravy-esque, another Iowa great.
Currently ranked number 2 in the country. 7. North Dakota State in 2023 and 2024, 4th for the Hawkeyes, and 3 more on the board.
Nance trying to re-attack right off that escape, going after it, gets a little bit crunched, maybe a little out of position, trying to go for the right idea, trying to get to the score right off the bat, but still got to be putting our body position in the right spot.
Good early start for Caliendo. Illinois native, 2-0 on the year. Tech fall win in the Oregon State duel. Nance pops free. Nance 2-0 on the year. Pinfall win last time out at the Clarion Open. Caliendo just so quick. Another 3 points as we move our way inside the final minute of the first.
Yeah, Coach Shuck saying all the way out. He's got to circle and get his weight over the top of that underhook. Now he can get his one, otherwise technically Caliendo's still in control in that position with that seatbelt. Nance, he's got to reroute, get some more angles. Caliendo's really strong and athletic. He can't stay out front of a guy like that. He's got to work to divert the pressure a little bit. They get these lock-up ties. You don't want to sit there and hang with your hands. You got to move your hands a little bit more. And again, Iowa, the quick finishes makes for quick points.
Caliendo moves back in control, 15-4 as time winds down on the first. After one, 15-4. Not only some lopsided numbers put up on the scoreboard by these Hawkeyes, Pat, but they're doing it early. Caliendo will start from the bottom here in period 2.
Oh, discrepancy here was.
Ned Schuck wants to go to review, it appears.
Going to review. Coach Brand's listening in. Looks like he's ready to maybe make his own arguments.
So the crew will head to the monitor. Pretty quick look. Looks like an automatic release. So they'll instead start neutral here in the second period.
I think they originally had Caliendo going down. It was actually Nance's choice. He's chose down. Caliendo went with the optional start back on the feet. Nance trying to get the weight to the head right there. He's got to get his weight to the head and scissors his hips up, but Caliendo too strong in that position right there.
Another quick score from the Hawkeye. Gonna finish it off at 165. 18-6, the advantage for Michael Caliendo, two-time All-American. Just muscles Nance out of bounds as they'll head back to the center.
Brand's calling for a stalling call on the edge there. Good attempt, but he's got to be able to recover up off that shot.
That'll wrap it up for Caliendo. Tech fall for another top 5 guy for the Hawkeyes. Michael Caliendo stays perfect on the season, improving to 3-0 with a technical fall win over Bellarmine's Cole Nance. We'll head to 174. Another feature night coming up.
Actions here, both coached by former Hawkeyes. Nelson Brands, the son of co-head coach, or associate head coach, Terry Brands.
Brands an All-American last season, staying for his grad year. Odell getting a chance to wrestle his hometown team. One of the major reasons Odell came in to wrestle for this Bellarmine team was because of Ned Schuck, his Iowa ties. He's a Hawkeye alum. Knows the Iowa City area well. Brands will jump in front. Emphatically, he's on the board.
Yeah, Odell's showing a lot of promise, placing at the U23s last spring. Kind of a rising star with the Bellarmine group, and high hopes.
Stats got him 60th in the country at this weight class. He is Bellarmine's highest ranked wrestler nationally.
Odell known to be pretty gritty and unorthodox. So hopefully he can display that a little bit here for the fans. Strong hand fight going.
Odell looking to improve to 3-0 on the year. Brands hoping to avenge a loss and back to top position.
Yeah, you notice Brands creating really good pressures, getting Odell leaning, and that's how he's getting that really strong angle. Brand's doing a really good job with that, like controlling with that collar tie. Odell's going to have to start clearing that a little bit so he can get to his own attacks. Brands is able to stuff everything with that collar tie, keeping that elbow right in the middle of his chest. Control pressure, create angles, everything's coming right off of that.
Odell, one for stalling.
Caution for stalling to Odell near the end of that period. It's 9-2 to Nelson Brands after one.
Odell goes to the count position.
Brands 5th at NCAAs at this weight class last year. 4th year he'll spend at least part of the season at 174. 12-3 the advantage.
Yeah, Brands continue to, we call it heavy hands, as he's using his weight. It's not so much his arms. He's making Odell carry a lot of his weight from his hips. Just the point of contact just happens to be the hands, but it's really coming from the hips and the pressure forward. Hanging on him. That's a lot. Not only carrying your own weight wrestling, but you're carrying the other guy's weight.
Odell gets the escape right before they head out of bounds. Within 10 here with a minute left in the second.
And Brands back to that collar tie. Grant's got to look to either snap that off, pass it, grab that wrist, push it off. Because right now he's been doing a lot of posting out. He's got to find a way to get to his own ties to get some offense going here. Really important when you're in this position is continue to fight. Brands is the one that's been pushing the pace the whole time. Grant's got to find a way to match and kind of raise above that pace to kind of change the tempo of the match right now. When you're reacting, that's when constantly reacting to the other guy, that's when you start to get fatigued, right? But if you can make that guy react to you, now you're in the driver's seat. You're kind of controlling the steering wheel right there.
Swerves off that attack from Brands.
Like to see Grant make first contact right there after a scramble like that, kind of to assert like, hey, we're here to fight still.
15-5 lead for Brands. He goes down to start period 3.
Brands Starting the third from the bottom, and a caution. A little bit of a quick start.
Quick up by Brands. Did a really good job getting his hips up and get hip separation right there. That's what really matters. You hear that from both sides, kind of in the bottom position. Finding ways to get hip separation. You control the hips, you control the body.
One more on the board for Brands.
Stalling call puts Brands in front by 11. Check it, rather 12. Trying to attack again. Odell just had a chance to push some offense of his own, unfortunately out of bounds.
Yeah, push some offense all the way into the basketball floor.
Odell went after the attack, but Brands will take control, and another bonus point win for the Hawkeyes. And some hometown bragging rights will be taken by Nelson Brands as he defeats his younger counterpart from Iowa City West High School. It's been a fun one here from Louisville. We'll go to 184 next. Iowa. Devin Hendricks of Bellarmine and Gabe Arnold for the Iowa Hawkeyes. These two saw each other at last year's Soldier Salute. During Arnold's freshman season, he won that meet at 174 pounds and en route in the second round. Knocked off Hendricks by major decision, 12-2. In the first meeting all time between Iowa and Bellarmine in a duel. The only two wrestlers that have met before will meet now a year later. Gabe Arnold enters ranked 8th in the nation at 184. Kennesaw, Georgia native, but finished up at Iowa City High School. Two-time national champion at the prep level in high school. Very good freestyle and Greco wrestler who has dominated through his first two matches this season. Bonus points in both.
Hendricks really trying to dig these underhooks to control the ties.
Hendricks got a redshirt year last year that allowed him to return to this Bellarmine group for a 6th season.
Definitely a seasoned veteran leader on this team. Pretty cool he came back and had the opportunity to compete for his spot, and compete for one last year, the opportunity to get in the NCAA tournament.
He's been with this program since its inception. Hanging tough here in the first, but Arnold looking to open the scoring. Control of the left. Nothing yet, and there it is for Arnold with the takedown as they head out of bounds. Opening the scoring with a minute left in the first.
3-0 for the Hawkeye. Just over a minute to go, period number 1.
Seen the Hawkeyes ride that ankle quite a bit tonight, actually. For the most part, being pretty effective with it. When Bellarmine's able to get out with that, they're able to clear it, and then they go on it.
Hendricks escapes. Now we'll look to push for some offense.
I'd like to see Hendricks get back to those ties again. It's a spot where I think Arnold was a little more uncomfortable. Don't want to hang with your hands.
Fends off a late attack from Arnold at the end of the first. And Hendricks, the seasoned veteran, hanging tough against the blue chip Arnold.
You're Hendricks, you're looking to get this first point. Again, you got to get hip separation moving. Don't want to spend too much time with the weight on your hands. Right now, Arnold's able to kind of get that pressure forward. A lot of weight on Hendricks' hands. He can't get his chest up. Now he's good hip switch right there. Nice mat return. Hendricks back up. A lot of times when that ankle's hooked, you can push back in to create a little space and knee slide through. Get that head and chest up underneath. She's gonna go that quad pod. Hands on the mat. Arnold can't lock his hands. Kind of a little tactic thing right there, and then he's able to get his hips out. Three to two now for Arnold, but he did lock up. Not lock up, but he did gain over a minute riding time right there.
Is it 113? This is though the tightest a match has been this far in.
That was a powerful double that was stuffed right there by Hendricks. Almost like running a little bit of a brick wall for Arnold right there. He's challenging him here in this over-under position. A lot of times, typically we see that in the Greco-Roman wrestling. Sometimes folk style guy's not as comfortable in that position back out. So a guy that can be skilled there can do a lot of damage. Really quick angle by Arnold. Good reactions by Hendricks. Now he's digging that underhook. If he can circle to that side a little bit more, get his elbow up, working the pinch headlock, which is signature Momir Pekovic, who works with the team every once in a while. 1976 Olympic champ, former U.S. resident coach at the Olympic Training Center.
Arnold hung 12 on him last time they wrestled. Defense has been much, much better as Hendricks swerves out.
Strong defense, and I think that's what Hendricks has been known for. He's really stingy defensively, and that's what's keeping him in this match right now. You see what he can do on top. He's gonna need to get a good hard ride and find a way to get himself a takedown. Or a turn. All right.
So Arnold prize for either back neutral, but Hendricks is within 2 in the final period.
I'd like to see Hendricks get a little more hands-on right now. It's clear that he's making Arnold uncomfortable in those ties. He's going to be better from ties than he is, I think, from space in these positions. Make Arnold feel the weight a little bit more. Got to circle in here. Getting a little chippy on the edge here.
It is.
He calls for stalling. Ooh, the crowd's into it a little bit.
Point issue due Hendricks, and that makes it 4-3.
Very, very much a
Coach Hendricks getting an explanation. We're back going.
Yeah, Brands didn't like the call for the extracurricular on the edge there, and crowd's getting into it now. We got something for cheerhouse. This Knights Hall can get loud. We're hearing it right now.
Final minute. Devin Hendricks trails Gabe Arnold by a point. Crowd getting behind their long-time knight. Minute 5 of riding time for Arnold. But Hendricks within a takedown.
Ned
Can he
going
steal
for
one
it. Ned
late?
looking for a stalling call. Gabe Arnold looks like he's good with going shutdown defense right now.
7 seconds remaining.
It's Hendricks' match to go get.
And Arnold holds him off. Hendricks gave the best run of any night tonight, but Gabe Arnold just a little too much to handle at one.
And wrestling fans, let's move to 197 pounds. Wrestling for Iowa, Stephen Buchanan.
Stephen Buchanan, third
Bellarmine, 9
in this weight class at the NCAA championships last year. He was pinned by Aaron Brooks of Penn State. Early on in the slate, traversed through the bracket to take bronze, transferring into this Hawkeye program. And he meets Andrew Lieber for Bellarmine.
redshirt freshman from Toledo, Ohio, St. Francis descendant.
Very, very talented young wrestler for this night's squad. But Buchanan is getting after him here early on.
Loyal, Wisconsin.
Yeah, hooking up a cradle.
All-American for Iowa,
Very
Stephen Buchanan.
Mac Ryder-esque. Lieber fighting from the position, though. He can be a little bit unorthodox, as they've seen. Lieber known for a pin win to seal the duel against University of Tennessee Chattanooga last year.
Buchanan continuing to work from up top.
Looking strong. Good job on Lieber to, fight out of that position and really break that lock. He was down on his hip. That's a tough spot to fight from right there.
Oklahoma, where he's a 3-time All-American. He's a grad student at Iowa. There's 2 on the near ball, making it 5-0.
Lieber looking to fight out. Buchanan's not letting him get away. And now Lieber will fight back to neutral, taking the point. They head out of bounds.
5-1 our score. This game for Lieber.
Yeah, Brandon's still chirping in the corner about something. You gotta love the energy they bring to wrestling. Lieber pretty extended here. This is how Buchanan ended up in the cradle last time. Look, he's got it locked up again.
3 on the takedown is Swipes for Buchanan.
Buchanan does secure the takedown for 3 more.
Looks like he's got that bottom leg behind him trying to work up. That makes it really, really hard to scramble out of right there.
4 on the near ball.
Near fall points for Buchanan. At the end of this first period, it's 12-1.
Lieber's found himself in some rough positions right here, but you can't fault him for the fight so far. Again, riding the ankle. You've seen that common thing from the Hawkeyes tonight.
It's the nation's top-ranked wrestler at 197, and Buchanan in control after 1. Buchanan does get the escape.
Good attacks by Lieber, not backing down. Getting a little out of position when he coming out of those shots.
Trying to get some late fight here.
Buchanan able to capitalize. Scramble is.
And Buchanan moves into control. And that will end it at 197. So Andrew Lieber had to fight from the bottom from the beginning of the match, and Stephen Buchanan an overpowering 16-1 technical fall at 197 pounds for the Hawkeyes. We got one more for you on the evening. Heavyweights coming up next at 285. Will be a guy who's had quite a start to his collegiate career in Ben Keeter.
Yeah, Keeter coming into Iowa, play football and wrestle his first freshman year. Now he's deciding to focus on wrestling right now, but pretty cool. Dalton transfer from Thomas More University NAIA school, and had a pretty successful career there. Placed at the Midlands last year, All-American in the NAIA. So 1 year eligibility left. Decides to try his hand at Division I, prove himself, and in on a nice shot right now against Cooter. Working the angle. Cooter sitting that corner a little bit. Oh,
And now Keeter reversing. Keeter got it! 29 seconds in. Ben Keeter, his second career pin. And that puts an exclamation mark on the match here tonight as the Hawkeyes get another bonus point victory. Ben Keeter providing it at 285 pounds. Well, this was a really fun event tonight. Thanks so much for being with us. Pat, any final thoughts as we get you wrapped up?
I think overall, great night for Kentucky wrestling. Shows Bellarmine where they're at, and I know they're looking to move forward, make some noise in the Southern Conference tonight, and what a great way. Start out, see where you're at, and find a good way to improve. I think really glad we got to do this tonight, Luke, and can't wait to see what the future holds for both of these teams.
Bellarmine back with you on Sunday against Kent State. For Pat Smith, rest of our great crew, Craig Miller heading up production, I'm Luke Westpoley saying so long from Louisville. All games airing on the networks of ESPN can be found streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.